How to sew a Milkmaid bustier top. So guys, this is the concluding part of this tutorial. In my previous video, I already showed you how to cut this beautiful top you can see on your screen. This is the finished work and it's looking so cute and beautiful. So in case you missed out the cutting of this top, I'm going to be leaving the link in the description box, so do well to check it out. So this is cutting lining for this piece. This is the front piece. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my lining for both front and back piece. All you need to do is just copy exactly what you have there on your lining. So here I have opened it and I'll place my lining on top of the front piece, right side facing, okay, lining facing the right side of your fabric, and then you just go to your machine and stitch it down all around the corners. Here is the back piece already. So I'll just place the lining on top of the right side of the fabric and I'll go ahead and turn it all around the corners. All right, and this is the cup. I have 4 pieces here, 2 for the left cup and 2 for the right cup. So I remember I said I used the fabric to do the lining, so I'll just take it to the machine and sew at the edge just like you can see me describing, and then at the corner like this, and I'll be leaving a small tiny hole for me to pass my rope. So I'm done sewing the front piece and this is what it looks like, and also the back is all turned out and I have turned it to the right side of the fabric, leaving my zipper allowance open as well. So guys, this is the cup and I'm done sewing the very top and the side as well. So the next thing I want to do, I'll just flip it to the right side of the fabric, like I'll turn it inside out, and after doing that, give it a good press. And then this is the tiny hole I left. I'm just passing a pencil through it so that you can understand. So I'm going to be sewing it all the way down like so. Just sew a straight line and sew it in a way that your elastic or your rope is going to go through it, okay? So you don't want it to be too tight for your rope to pass through. So this is passing my rope all the way through it, and then I'm just going to the machine to stitch it down at the edge. So this is what I have, and I'll just adjust it to, you know, the level you want it to be. Arrange it in a way that is going to form and give you a cup like effect, and then also go to your machine and then sew it all around the corners. So at the end of the day, you're going to be having something like this. These are the 2 cups already. So now you want to join it to the main bodies of your top, and you just go ahead and place it, okay, right side facing right side. Just turn it over like so. All right, and then you just go to your machine and sew it all around that area, all around the cup hole that you left. Do the same thing for the other side of this cup. All right, and at the end of the day, this is what you're going to have. The rope is going to be at the middle and you can just tie it anyhow you want it. So here we have our front and our back piece already. I have also gone ahead to fix my zipper, and I'm sure you can do that as well. Now take the exact measurements of your bust, the under bust and the waist. Divide it by 2 and then connect it together like so. Now the next thing, you want to confirm your armhole curve, which I'm using 4 inches for both sides. So this is me confirming my armhole. Remember, this is an off shoulder top, so here is 4 inches and the other part is also 4 inches. Now guys, the next thing to do is I'm cutting out my sleeve at this time. So I folded my fabric into 2 like so. So I'm going to be taking the length of the sleeve is 14 inches, and of course the remaining 2 inches at the down is for folding, because there's going to be an elastic. This is a puff sleeve. It's going to be having an elastic at the top. So here I'm using 5 inches. Remember, we minus 5 inches while cutting this off shoulder top. So that's the 5 inches you're removing from the top as well. All right, now from that 5 inches, you're going to be taking the length, and then again you want to come down a bit. I'm using about 9 or 8 inches, and that is going to be for your armhole curve. So right on that 5 inches line, I'm going to be taking about 8 to 9 inches. Okay, you want it to be wide enough to accommodate your elastic. So just connect these lines together like you can see, and then I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches allowance at the top for me to be able to fold the edges just like this. Okay, now at the down part I also left allowance for folding, and here I have my 2 sleeves ready. All right, so this is how it's going to look like. You're going to be piping this inward like so, and then in a way that you're going to be passing an elastic through. You do this for the up and also for the down part of the sleeve. Now, after passing your elastic through the up and the down parts, you're going to be having something like this. So this is what your puff sleeve is going to look like. This is the upper parts, and this is the down parts of the sleeve. You can see I have my elastic running through it. So when you join it up together like this, you're going to be taking measurements. Make sure that what you have at the armhole of your top is exactly what you're going to be having at the sleeve armhole as well. So from that 4 inches, I'm going to be running a straight line down to the sleeve curve. So make sure you use the round sleeve measurements of the client to do this. Now I'm going to be joining this now to the top, armhole to armhole, and make sure you're making it middle to middle, armhole, right side facing right side. So you're just going to join it like this, one part to this end and the other part running through to the other end. All right, so just join your sleeve like. Alright guys, so this is just a beginner's way to sew a Milkmaid top. You can see this is actually simple, like you walk in the park. Okay, so the main work is actually in cutting it. So do well to check the previous video and know how to cut this perfectly. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Bye.